Hello, boys and girls. Today I have a story to share with you. The other day I shared a story about Chinese New Year. This is also a story about Chinese New Year. It's about a boy named Sam and his lucky money. It's called Sam and the Lucky Money by Karen Chin. Sam could hardly wait to get going. He zipped up his jacket and patted his pockets. It was time to go to Chinatown for New Year's Day. Sam thought about sweet oranges and lucky money, crisp dollar bills tucked in a small red envelope. Sam's grandparents gave him an envelope every New Year. Each envelope was decorated with a symbol of luck. 2 golden mandarins, a Chinese junk, maybe a slithering dragon, a giant piece. This year is the year of the ox. Sam counted out $4. Wow, did he feel rich? His parents said he didn't have to buy a notebook or socks as usual. This year he could spend his lucky money his way. Sam, his mother called, time to go. Hurry up so we don't miss the lion. I'm coming, said Sam. The streets hummed with the thump of drums and the clang of cymbals. Everywhere, dusty red smoke hung in the air, left by exploding firecrackers. Give me your hand, said Mother. I don't want you to get lost. Sam took her hand reluctantly. That means he really didn't want to hold her hand. It seemed like everyone was shopping for New Year's meals. There were so many people crowded around the vegetable bins that Sam had to look out for elbows and shopping bags. There's a picture of Sam with his mother. Right next to the vegetable stand were 2 huge red paper mounds. Sam kicked the piles with his foot and then with his right foot, then his left, until he created a small blizzard. On his third kick, he felt his foot land on something strange. Ow! Someone cried in pain. Startled, that means he was scared. He looked up to find an old man sitting against the wall. The stranger was rubbing his feet, bare feet in the winter. Sam thought, where are his shoes? Sam stared at the man's dirty clothes and he backed away. He found his mother picking out oranges and he tugged on her sleeve, pulling harder than he meant to. Hey, I need this arm, she said. Where have you been? It's time to go. For once, Sam was glad to follow his mother. In the bakery window, Sam enjoyed, looking at his favorite honey-topped buns. When they opened the door, the smell of the sweet egg tarts and coconut pastries, erased his thought of the stranger. Sam wondered how many sweets he could buy with $4. Well, the lady at the counter, she said something, and I don't know what she said because she said it in Chinese. But she wanted to help Sam. She really meant to ask, what do you want? Sam was about to ask for buns when he noticed a full tray of New Year's cookies. They were shaped like fish with fat pleated tails and they looked like little toes. He couldn't help but think about the old man again. Sam decided he wasn't hungry after all. Suddenly he heard a noise from outside that sounded like 1,000 leaves rustling. He ran to the window to see what was happening. Look, he yelled. Bundles of firecrackers were exploding in the street. Rounding the corner was the festival lion, followed by a band of cymbals and drums. Sam pulled his mother outside. The colorful lion wove down the street like a giant centipede. Teased by a clown wearing a round mask, it tossed up and down. It came to a halt in front of a meat market and sniffed what was hanging in the doorway, along with a bouquet of lettuce leaves. Without loud fanfare, the band urged the lion toward its prize. Take the food, take the money, bring us good luck for New Year, Sam shouted, along with others. His heart pounded in time with the drum's beat. With a sudden lunge, the lion devoured and in an eye blink continued down the street. The crowd clapped and then quickly dispersed. "That was a hungry lion," Sam's mother joked. Now he felt hungry too, and he wanted to go back to the bakery. But just then, a large grand opening sign caught Sam's eye. In the window were cars, planes, robots, and stuffed animals. A new toy store, just the place to spend his lucky money. Sam ran down the aisle, then another. He examined a police car with a wailing siren and flashy lights. He squeezed a talking pig and laughed at its loud oink, oink. Then he spotted the basketballs. A new basketball was the perfect way to spend his money. Oh, but when he saw the price tag, he got angry. "I only have $4, he shouted. "I can't buy this." In fact, everything he touched cost more than that. "What is $4 good for?" he complained, stamping his feet. His mother crunched up her eyes the way she always did when she scolded him and guided him out the door. Sam couldn't help it. Even with all the shiny gold on them, these envelopes were worthless. Remember, he had just $4. "Sam, when someone gives you something, you should appreciate it," his mother said as she marched him along. Sam stuffed the money back in his pocket. The sun had disappeared behind the clouds, and he was starting to feel the chill. He dragged his feet along the sidewalk. Suddenly, Sam saw a pair of bare feet and instantly recognized them. Do you remember those feet? They belonged to the old man that he had seen earlier. The man also remembered him, and he smiled. Sam froze in his steps, staring at the man's feet. His mother kept walking. When she turned back to check on Sam, she noticed the old man. "Oh," she said, shifting her shopping bag so she could dig in her purse for coins. "Sorry, I only have a quarter." The man bowed his head several times in thanks. "He acts like it's $1,000,000, Sam thought, shaking his head. As they started to walk away, Sam looked down at his own feet, warm and dry in his boots. Suddenly, he stopped. "Can I really do anything I want with my lucky money?" he asked. "Yes, of course," his mother answered. Sam pulled the money from his pockets. The red envelopes. The golden dragon looked shinier than ever. He ran back and he put the lucky money into the surprised man's hands. "You can't buy shoes with this," he told the man, "but I know you can buy some socks." The stranger laughed, and so did Sam's mother. Sam walked back to his mother and took her hand. She smiled and gave a gentle squeeze. And as they headed home for more New Year's celebration, Sam knew he was the lucky one. What a kind thing Sam had done to this new friend that he didn't know before today. I hope you can do kind things for your friends. What a nice story. Take care until next time.